Oftentimes we will put things off because it can be done tomorrow. But if you're going to put off something that can be done tomorrow, then if you're willing to die with it undone, why were you doing it in the first place? You've got to decide not to waste your time believing that one day when I retire, you cannot wait until your debts are paid off. You've got to do it now. Because when you get the idea that you're going to wait, that one day will come, that one day isn't promised. Every day that you live, every moment that you have a breath in you is an opportunity for you to be great.
Are you interested in achieving these goals, or are you committed? If you're interested, you'll do what's convenient. You'll come up with stories and excuses and reasons why you can't, and you'll use your education as an excuse, you'll use your story as an excuse, you'll use all of that as your reasons why you can't. But if you're committed, you will do whatever it takes. You'll let go of your stories, you'll let go of your excuses, you'll let go of all the reasons you currently have that are formulating your identity of yourself, and you'll learn how to let that go and become who you are destined to become.
All the obstacles that you overcome in life is what makes life worth living. It's what proves that you have a purpose. It's what develops you. It's the hardships that make you hard. And when you become hard, you can stand up against things and not wilt. Do not wait to strike when the iron is hot. Strike the iron until it becomes hot. Attack everything. Become something more. You see, the greatest thing to lose in life is not life, because death is not the greatest loss. The greatest loss is to die inside while you're still alive.
The bigger issue with fine is that you say it to yourself. That thing that you want, I guarantee you, you've convinced yourself that you're fine not having it.
How people live their lives as a result of the story they believe about themselves. You live in a dominant culture that is designed to destroy your sense of self and your belief in yourself, and you have to learn ways in which you can begin to connect with this power that you have within yourself to handle where you are. The key is to be constantly in a perpetual process of discovering the truth of who you are and fighting constantly to look for ways in which you can escape the inner conversation.
Happiness is usually a result. If I get this, then. If I get to the top of that mountain, then I'll have the ta-da moment of, oh, I've got it, oh, I figured it out, which is all BS, because they're all false peaks. They're not false peaks, but they're never the peak.
You gotta get real doggish. You gotta get downright funky if you wanna make it. Now, like I was telling you before, if you wanna be ordinary, you ain't even gotta listen to me. Just go on about your business. If you think ordinary's cool, ain't no problem. It's some really, really wonderful ordinary people. But if you are sitting in this room and you have extraordinary aspirations, then you're gonna have to do extra.
You are proof positive that the impact made from one person can go to another. The what you feel in your chest now, the things that are running through your head this very moment, the fact that you are willing to give me one more rep because somebody cares for you and telling you that you can be more than what you've given. You have more on the inside than what anyone has seen, but it takes you willing to allow it to be poured out. You cannot die with all this greatness undone, uncovered.
I want what all other men want. But when the pressure hits, when the opposition hits, when the challenge hits, when the pain creeps in, when the uncertainty creeps in, when the cuts, when the scars, when the bruises come, I want what all other men want. Except when the opposition and adversity shows up, I just wanted a little bit more than they wanted.
See, the point is, you don't know how much future you've got. What's gone is gone. There's absolutely nothing you can do about it. Some of you have had terrible things happen in the past. But what's gone is gone. It's in the past. And to spend your time focusing on the past is to spend the only thing that you've got, and that's what's right here, right now, because the sand never stops running. This is all we've got. And to spend your time now thinking of what happened there is making absolute certain that the future is going to be the same as the past. Now, I don't suppose many of us spend a lot of time thinking about that, but a lot of us spend a lot of time making that error.
That's just kind of the way that life works sometimes. It's Murphy's Law. When things go wrong, they always seem to happen at once, and they just compound on top of each other. And it's pretty easy sometimes to feel beaten when you're faced with all those issues and all those problems, and they all hit you at the same time. But let me tell you, that doesn't mean give up. In fact, it means the opposite. It means it's time for you to fight harder, to dig in. It means it's time for you to go on the warpath.
It's not that they need anyone else, they need you. You are unique, you are powerful, you are a blessing, you are the gift that we've been waiting on. And anyone that has ever told you or anything less than great was trying to diminish that light. But there's a light in you that's got a beam big enough that in the most darkest moments, in the darkest alleys, in the darkest nights, it must shine.